Well, I'm really sorry about that, everybody. Absolutely stunned myself with that one. Wow, what can I say? But hopefully you can all find your way back in. Hope that was quick enough. But wow, it just keeps happening and happening and happening all the time. Well, if you all got back on the button, there goes Jennifer back in. She's with me again. Well done, Jennifer. And Anne. Hello, Anne. Right, let me get in there again. And let me bring you in, Jennifer. Might as well have you straight back in, my dear. And Christine, welcome back. Wow. I'm sure I won't get an echo on this one. I'm positive. I'm absolutely positive.
Hey.
Hello, Jennifer.
Hi.
I am getting an echo. Why am I getting an echo?
Yeah, I don't know.
And this is a totally different phone. Let me take out my phones for a minute.
Okay. Uh-oh. Yeah, I don't know what you want to do about that.
Are you getting the birds, Jennifer? Can you hear me clearly?
I can hear you clearly.
Okay, I'll continue on it.
I must be so annoyed with you.
You have to tell us exactly what you're reading.
Okay, all right. So, well, I guess with the echo, then you're just going to be quiet? Okay.
All
right, so... Okay, everyone's getting...
Yeah. Because they can't start the chain.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what... I'm not very technical,
right.
so I'm...
Okay. So what I'll do is I'll bring you on.
Yep.
Christine, then I'll bring Karen on. I apologise. I'll have to read mine on my own at the end, actually.
Okay.
So you go ahead, and I'm going to stay quiet like last week.
Okay. You did the miming quite good, so that was funny. But so I found my own poems to read tonight. Well, you said to me to find some poems. Yeah, and there's some amazing, great poets out there, and it's very hard to pick. It's really hard to pick which ones to grab and to read out for everyone. But these ones spoke to me this week. So I'm reading one by Stan Bryant, which I know you're familiar with his stuff. I think you've read his stuff before. He's got some amazing and a lot. It's quite vast, his array of poetry. Very good. I'm reading one by Scarlet Poetess, or Patricia Camarotti. I'm reading one by Lola Myers. I'm not sure if you've had her on the show before, but this one of hers really spoke to me this week, and that one's called I Should. I've got one of mine that I only just wrote it yesterday. It's called Valley of Echoes. And that's what I've got for tonight. So I could read a second one of mine if you want, but, you know, we'll see how we go with time. Yeah? But so I guess I've just seen a comment. I didn't read it, I'm sorry, but I hope everything's okay. So I'm outside today because I have a nasty eye infection and the lights are really hurting it. So I apologise in advance if we have galahs and cockatoos going overhead, because where I live, there's by the thousands, there's a lot of them. So, and if my cat comes up, she just wants to be part of the 5 minutes of fame. But I'll give it a whirl. How about that? Yeah? So the one I'm reading by Stan is called Life is About Challenges. So here's my interpretation of his poem. Life is about challenges. Life is about challenges and choices. The happiness, the hard times, the unheard voices. The building of your future from the errors of your past the learning that it teaches you what to keep and what to cast. Your life is built from hardships. There's a purpose why we live, to share what we have learned and find in our heart to give, to cry for those who are in need and need a hand to find their way, and never run when they cry out, and take the time to listen to what they say. Life is never perfect. At times you may stumble now and then. Be assured to always be there to help them up again. Stan, the mind of a parkie. Now, I'm not quite sure what that comment means at the bottom of his poems, but I'll find out. I'll ask him.
You have to.
Yeah. So I sort of ran out of time in finding the background. Lola gave me a bit of background into why she wrote her one, and Patricia's one I know why she wrote her one. But I just didn't get around to asking Stan, actually. But there are a couple his I picked out this week about the clocks and time, and I really like those ones. So I'll have those in my little pile for another read. But so that's the one of Stan's. So, but I like his style. They're very good. Very, very good. I like it. Yeah? Continuing on. Okay. Bye. So this one here by Lola Myers. Are you familiar with her work at all? No? Okay. I did ask her, she should be tuning in, so I sent her the link to come on, and I asked her, you know, she didn't mind, what was she thinking when she wrote this particular poem, and she did shed a bit of light on it, and I think, like all wounded souls, you know, when we just find it too much and it's a little bit hard, we find solace in writing and sharing our story, I guess. And Lola particularly, I guess, reaches out or tunes into other people who are hurting and sad, and that tends to make her sadness a little bit less, I guess. She's giving her energy to someone else who probably is in a bit of pain and needing it a little bit more than herself. So that's her way of coping. So this is my interpretation of I Should by Lola Myers. I have this thing inside me called a broken heart. I feel as though my insides are being torn apart. The madness in my head just makes me want to cry. I'm screaming at the top of my lungs, asking for answers why. There's no sleep in my nights, and my days are oh so long, as I'm picking at my brain to find whatever I've done wrong. I can't find the light switch in this jungle of fear. The darkness is killing me. I feel so alone here. I've been floating on my tears, and I know soon I will drown in this eternal darkness for which I know I am bound. There is just no hope in this imagination of my life, this dreamless, horrid calculation of strife. Why not just put this old body down for good? I know with the uselessness of my entirety, I should. Lola Myers. So, look, it spoke to me for quite, I know. It spoke to me for quite a few reasons. It's like being in the movie theatre when someone's phone goes off. Ta ta ta, naughty, naughty. I know. But look, yeah, her that poem just really, yeah, it just reached out to me and grabbed me and, yeah, made me really want to give her a big hug, actually. I just want to, yeah, reach out across the, she's in America, I think, reach out and just say, oh, God, yeah, it's going to be okay. Like, But yeah, I like that. I think her poetry is definitely one to look out for. She's got some really nice stuff, so I'm going to keep an eye on her stuff. But I'm hoping she liked my interpretation of that. But you can see my cat's coming back to go back on screen. All right, so the next one I'm going to go with is by Scarlet Poetess, or Patricia Camarotti, Find Me. Now, look, I know a lot of poets out there are probably very familiar with Patricia's or Scarlet Poetess's poem. She's an amazing poetess, who, has been having a bit of a hard time. Some of her poetry reflects that. This one was written last year, but this one is called Find Me. Find me in the fire of your moons, burning in passion, flames every year, every night. Find me in the ice of your days, without pains, where all the saints bend their knees and find peace. Find me in your mind, where your heart searches truth and not lies. Find me in your skies, with those clouds that plays with joy, with no tears, no cries. Find me in your soul, where true love lives beyond control. Find me in your eyes, searching your eyes. Infinite time, so sweet and tender, I am your butterfly. Find me in your garden, between your flowers, holding your hands in mine, our paradise. Find me in you, where I always was since the day I found the love in you, not in pieces, but in whole. When you truly find me, my love, this happiness has no price. Patricia Camarotti. That one's good. She wrote that one last year, actually. So I know it's a big, that's what we're all searching for, isn't it? It's that love, and that it's beautiful, We're all got those romantic hearts. But I know it is very romantic. Alexandra, yes, I did like that one. But yeah, Patricia's work is gorgeous. I'm a big fan of her work. Okay, well, I guess I'll carry on. Yep, good to go. So this one here is called Valley of Echoes. I just wrote this one yesterday. So I'm sorry you haven't seen this one yet. I won't surprise you with any, not sure where it's going. It's in the same tradition that mine normally always are, but it's called Valley of Echoes. As my eyes brim to overflowing, as tears trickle down my cheeks, I tell myself it is time. As I stand on the ledge at the Valley of Echoes, I close my eyes, I take a deep breath, I put my hands to my lips, and I howl my deepest howl. It's a howl 365 days in the making. It started as the river of tears. It turned into a whimper. It grew into a growl. It held rage for a moment. It matured into this howl of howls. In the still of the twilight's glow, this howl of howls travels far. It bounces off the valley walls. It enters every crack and crevice. It caresses the pebbles of the babbling brook. It gently rustles the leaves of the trees. As my howl starts to lose some of its velocity, it becomes homeward bound. So here I stand on the ledge of the Valley of Echoes. I hear the frog sounding his twilight greeting. My eyes taking in the setting sun. My howl returns to me and causes a strange haze. A smile plays around my lips, my tears all gone. My echo swirls around my body, unwilling to let go. With a giggle and a playful shimmy, I yell out into the Valley of Echoes, I am free. This Valley of Echoes has heard many howls. It has witnessed many tears. Every howl a masterpiece of symphony. But as every soul that has stood on this ledge, as every soul has held their hands to their lips, looking through that haze of tears. They have let go of that deepest howl. As I turn to walk away with a jig in my step, I swear I can hear the echo of a million giggles, the echo of those words, I am free. That's my poem. Yes. So I think that one's, well, it's pretty obvious. You know, there comes a time when you have to let go. And you just got to let all that pain go. And it's yeah, you got to give it your biggest howl. Say, be gone, leave me alone. Yeah, that's right. Shoot, no time for that stuff. But that's my poems for today. I mean, I could read another one if you like, but you know, I know you've got a lot to get through. So I don't know, if I read another one, it would be one of mine, or I do have another one of Stan's here. So I don't know. What do you think? Mine? Oh, my choice. All right. Well, I like this one. I'm going to read another one of Stan's. How about that? Yeah. This one is called. This is the one I first seen, and then I changed it to his other one, but I like this one here as well. So this one is My Life is Like a Wind-Up Clock by Stan Bryant. Tick-tock, tick-tock, my life is like a wind-up clock. Fresh new springs, all tightly wound. Over time, they all wear down. The bright new sound of my hourly chime, weakness to a flat note over time. The hands a minute, then two, then three, loses track of its accuracy. No sense to wind. My weakened springs as the dust builds up on everything. Packed in a box and set away, no longer can I keep the time of day. Tick-tock, tick-tock, my life is like a winding clock. I like that one. I think it's cute. It's like, make the most of every moment. Make the most of your time, I guess. It doesn't wait for anyone, really, does it? We think we have infinite time, but really we don't. It's like, once the day sets, you can't rewind it. Yeah? You do? You waste time? Yeah? You've got infinite time? Yeah, go. Well, that's my submissions for this week. My pleasure. My pleasure as always. But, yeah, it's, yeah, what can I say? Everyone have a great week, yeah? I'll listen to the show and, yeah, look forward to hearing all the poetry, yeah? But I'm going to start looking already for next week, yeah? All right, guys, yeah? Have a good one. All right.
You see, I come back on camera now and there's no echo. And I think Anthrop hit the nail on the head there a few minutes ago. Um, and unfortunately, I don't know how to switch it off. So I'm going to go to the phone shop tomorrow and have it done. Jennifer, sorry I didn't get to have a chat with you. This is really driving me nuts at the moment, believe it or not. It's driving me mental. But I'm sorry I can't have a chat with everybody that's going to be on reading tonight. But I will have it sorted out. I know for definite for next week I will. I'll be straight into the phone shop now to see if the guy can turn whatever it is off that I've turned on. Because I don't know how to turn it off. It's something to do with Facebook, it's something to do with Messenger, or whatever it is. But once I put on the live, this second one is running. So I've got something running audio in the background as well as the audio for this. But it only happens when I connect with somebody else, not when I'm on my own. As you can hear, there's no echo. It's all clear. It's crisp. I'm sure you can all hear me now. It's just when I introduced you, so Christine, it's not that I'm going to be ignoring you or anything. But when we come on, it's going to be just you reading your poems. And I will be able to read my poems now because I will be able to read them after the show, or well, during the show, but I'll be on my own on the camera, so there will be no echo coming back. So, God, thank you, Christine. I'm glad something is working, even if it is only the miming. I'm glad something is working. I've never been as quiet in my life as I have been for these last 2 weeks. And I'm missing out, but you guys know how to kick a guy when he's down, don't you? I'm looking at the comments gone past there each time and I'm thinking, rub it in. Rub it in. Don't forget, when I get this phone sorted, I'm going to be coming back with absolute pleasure. There's no echo now, Jesse, but you will get it. You will get a full echo when I come back in, all the noise in the background and everything else. It's absolutely horrific. I'm just glad once I stay quiet, it kills the noise. Yeah, the other half says that as well. Once you're quiet, I'm okay. But I'm going to bring in this lovely lady to join me now. Where am I gone? What have I done? Pressed the wrong button. Good God Almighty. Let's add this lovely lady in. Christine, when you come in, I ain't gonna be talking. You're going on solo.
This is hysterical.
It's unbelievable.
Oh, you're all right. There's no echo.
Echo back. Yeah, it's there now.
I haven't got it now.
I'll try and talk to you.
Okay. When you were talking to Jennifer, I couldn't hear you at all. You were completely distorted. She was clear, but now I can hear you perfectly clearly.
Yeah, you'll hear me clearly, the way Jennifer did. It's the listeners won't.
Right. Okay. Well, that's a different situation from last week, isn't it?
No, it's the same situation as last week. I have two devices running. I've got this live video sound, and there's another audio running as well. But I don't know how to switch it off. I don't know how to get to it.
Yeah.
So I need someone in the shop to do it for me. So I'll go to the guy in the shop tomorrow and get it done, yeah? He'll just, I know they'll just turn it on, switch it off.
Yeah, they'll get it sorted, hopefully. It must be some button you've pressed or something that's just got in the way.
Oh, I know what button I pressed. I won't ever press it again.
You've got to know which buttons to press, darling. That's very important in your life.
Very. Oh, God, tell me. I keep pressing the wrong ones.
Yeah, obviously you do, yes. Oh, well, never mind. Well, I've got about 10 to read tonight. So, as you've already said in your introduction. So, let's get going, shall we?
Well, I won't be able to comment on that, so I'm going to let you just go through the whole motion. Is that okay?
Yeah, yeah, of course it is. Yeah, no problem at all. Nina's in Norway, isn't she? On a cruise.
In Norway, going to see the Northern Lights.
Wow. Yeah.
She's dressed like a Moscow.
I saw it on Facebook. Yeah, beautiful white hooded fur coat. Lovely. She looked gorgeous.
Wow.
Yeah.
No hush.
Okay, here we go. That'd be nice. Don't know if there are any in. I don't think there are any in Norway actually. But
she'll find us. Believe me, she'll find us.
She would. I think she'll come back with a unicorn probably.
Yeah, and I bet you it knows how to write poetry.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, here we go then. I'll start off with one by Lena Power, and it's called Empty Space. Softly, the breeze whispers your name. Gently ebbing tide carries your words. The midnight moon glows in your glory. Evening shadows dance like a flame. Ethereal shapes whirl before my eyes, slowly converge together as you, smiling with such a peaceful aura, again my heart breaks as my soul dies. With such deep longing for you, I reach. My touch just passes through your atoms. You disappear, leaving empty space, never to return, though I beseech. Now I live in dreams, sweet memories of those precious most gift of my life, a love that saved me from hell fire's pit, my most cherished song, my golden bliss. I call to you, twisted in torture, angel, why do you not choose to stay? Build us a new home made from stardust. I can't exist without your nurture. Write our names in bright silver flames. Let the cherubs sing their symphony. I long for death to release my soul, that I may know your love once again.
I love that line, the cherub symphony.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cherubs sing their symphony. Lovely, huh?
My
Very
poetry,
beautiful.
Cherubs and angels. Yes.
Yeah, that's your territory, isn't it?
I loved your comment. Appropriate. The echo call from Jennifer. Yeah, I thought it was brilliant. Well done.
Oh, it just seemed fitting, didn't it?
Oh, totally. It was like a hand to a glove.
It is, definitely. Okay, this one is quite an interesting title. It's called Splinter by Branson Smith. Your beloved splinter in my side, like a pain I enjoy, never wrong, always right, 24/7. Decisions unfold, I cannot wait for the unknown. Your beloved waist to my right, your truth you never hide. I feel the world for you and try to show it. Always with you, Mama, always, till the end. Below and above, raging water, I cannot breathe without my love. Feel for me like I feel for you. Breathe me in like you knew. Take me on true tides of tomorrow. Burn with me, have grace with me, my heart, and no more sorrow. I'm always with you, till the end, till forever. Never say never, never again.
That's beautiful. I like that.
Yeah, I did too.
Yes.
Very much so. Yeah. Are you not echoing now, or are you still?
Speaking lower, just in case.
Okay, we'll keep it quiet.
I'll whisper.
Yes. Maybe it won't echo that much then. Okay, this one is called Where It All Starts by Richard Dwaron or something like that. Don't quite know how to pronounce his name. Dwaron, okay. Where It All Starts. The love of self is where it needs to start, wherefrom is seen the picture taking shape. The place to search is not another's heart, but it's our own, a fact we can't escape. We've ample proofs applicable to this. The history books, chock full of anecdotes. Ignored the self, the mile is soon amiss, and that's a truth that no one sugarcoats. We cannot love beyond the love that's known inside ourselves, when all is said and done. Thereafter seen the way the seeds are sown, and what is reaped as starts with number one.
I was expecting more for some reason.
Were you?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite compact, but
It is very, very compact.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful.
It is. It's very lovely. And now I've got one by Dale, and I know Dale is with us, Dale Warren, called Journey.
We just cancelled.
You've cancelled him up?
Yeah, he's just been giving me grief all night. That
Don't believe him, Dale. I know you're still there lurking in the background somewhere.
He's gonna get me.
And here's your poem. Here's your poem. I hope he's there anyway. Are you there, Dale? Give us a sign. Yes, he must be there. Is he there? He must be there. I'm only seeing Chris at the moment, but I'm sure he's there. So here we go. Excuse me just one moment. So this is Journey into My Heart by Dale Warren. It's very short and very sweet. Journey into my heart. Keep moving through the darkness. Leave the light of love as you move along the heartache. Never ask the question how it got this way. as you journey through my heart and witness all the brokenness. You can replace all the loneliness by sharing the love you have within. My darkened heart will shine again. Very romantic,
That
Dale.
was
Very
very,
lovely.
very romantic, Dale.
Very romantic.
I
Yes.
have to blow Dale a kiss. There you go, Dale. Oh,
I did it in echo
wow.
with you as well. So
You did.
we did it in echo.
That's 5 kisses in echo, isn't it?
Echo and delay. That's the story of the show at the moment. Echo and delay. Never mind, we'll get there in the end. It's all good fun.
We
All
will.
goes out in the wash.
Yes.
It does. Yeah, people like this one, I see. They're all saying it's a nice one from Dale. It was lovely. So this is a chap I've not read before. I don't know whether he's new to us or to you, Sebastian Andrews.
Brand new, yeah.
Yeah, so I thought he was new. This is very sad, very nice. It's called My Brother, My Friend. The written word I have never tried to rid the pain of the day you died. My soul was pierced that tragic day, the day your life was taken away. I hate you for leaving me. I love you all the same. I know you've been guiding me. I swear I hear you call my name. There's an empty space inside my heart where you were my brother and my friend. I truly thought we'd never part, but the past I can't amend. As the years roll past, in all that I do, in every shadow I cast, I see an essence of you. I often wonder who you'd be, the things you'd have done, the things you and I would see together, all the fun. I write of you in sonnets, with all the tears I cry. You'll be remembered in lyric. You weren't supposed to die.
That's such a heartbreaker.
It is, isn't it?
Absolute heartbreaker, yeah.
Really, really sad.
I read it with Nina when she found it, yeah. And
Yeah.
I asked her, can you send that with Christine? That's not one. My voice will do. Yeah. So that's how you got.
Yeah, I liked it very much. Very beautiful. I thought that might be one for you or for Nina, because you both like to read rhyming poetry, don't you? A lot, and you write a lot of rhyming poetry. So I thought maybe you would have read that one, but yeah, no, I enjoyed reading it very much.
Thank you, Christine.
Yeah. So now I have one from someone called M. Lynn Valle or de Val.
Val, yeah.
And it's called Demon Huntress. Obviously speaks to me, the Demon Huntress. I may look sweet and innocent, but there's a dark side.
I bet you there is.
Oh yeah, you bet there is. So this is called Demon Huntress. Don't blush, John. She prowls in the foulest dark of night, armed with black magic and winged for flight. It is fiends in that she seeks to plunge her knife, ridding the earth of a plague that feeds on life. Her scent is of demon's blood, and her soul is black, born an incubus, a rogue with brands on her back. Stealth is no barrier as she blends right in. Visions and dreams guide her through hell and sin. No immortal huntress chasing an eternal plight, incantations cast, granting her a second sight. No demon a match for her masterful skill. Swiftly she flies as devils scurry to avoid her will.
She ain't met this demon yet. She ain't met this.
Loved it. Thought that was great. Yeah.
I will, as they say, I will tame the shrew.
You? Try it, boy. The challenge. Go for it. Right. What have we got left? So we now have one by Sus Hanberg. I saw her here earlier, so I hope she's still around.
Do
Yeah, and this is called.
Funny enough, Christine. Sus Hamburg. I didn't know Sus actually wrote poetry. I thought Sus was just one of our viewers. Yeah.
Okay.
I was quite surprised. I like this piece actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do too. Definitely. It's called Weapon of Choice. And there was a little note added from Nina here. It just said October is Domestic Abuse Awareness Month. Domestic abuse happens daily and is often emotional abuse, which can be deadly. And then her poem is called Weapon of Choice. Like daggers, they fly with faultless precision, aimed straight at the heart. Such a skillful incision. The pain, the anguish, yet a faint heartbeat remains, and hope ever present emerges. Magically, life has been sustained. Medication of sorts always follows to heal deep wounds and cease tears. Such warmth, so soothing, so healing, quite capable of making one forget their fears. They speak softly and clearly of love, a place where the sun will always shine, but the scars that have been left, they're deep, lingering in the mind. Time passes and forgets until weapons reappear, now sharpened. Intent to take a life is clear. Blood flows as the wounds of the prey reopen. The weapon, quite simply, the words that are spoken.
Wow.
Powerful, isn't it?
Nailed. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. That was very strong, I thought.
Beautiful. Absolutely. Gets the
Yeah.
message on, doesn't it? Well done, Sus.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Really great, Sus. Well done. Great write. So, now, what am I going to go on to now? Let me have a think here. Oh, I think I'll read, can I read one of my own? A little short one? Yeah?
Is it going to make me blush?
No. This one. I don't only write erotic poetry. I do write mostly love poetry, I confess, but no, this is a sad one, well, a little sad one, but it's very short. It's only 12 lines long, but it won't make you blush. It won't make you blush, I promise. Let me get serious for this. It's a serious one. Okay. It's called After the We. Never thought this could happen, contemplating you and me after the we. There was a fuse, flickering sparks, but the touch paper never fully ignited. Lightning strands of fusion preceded the thunder, explosive, tentative tangibility. Strands unfused the we in you and me, because the touch paper never fully ignited.
That was really wow. That packed the punch.
Did you like it?
Wow, yes.
Very short.
Oh, Christine, send us that to read again, will you?
How do I send it? On Messenger or something?
Messenger, yeah. Copy and paste. You've got it there, yeah?
Okay, I'll try.
I'm
I'm pretty good at all this
I
stuff.
like that one.
I'll try, okay?
Thank you.
Okay, I'll try and send it. If not, I'll put it in an email if I can't do it any other way.
Oh,
you know me with the techniques. I'm not very good at all this technical stuff. I'm even worse than you are, darling, I promise.
Look at the mess I've made of the techniques.
Oh, thank you, Sass. That's lovely. I loved yours too. I thought your poem was marvellous. Yeah, lovely. So where am I now? I'm going back a bit. All right, here we go. So now I have an untitled poem by Elissa Noel. This is really quite strong and quite heartbreaking, I think. I feel alone. I'm terrified. My sanity just up and died. The last few years been crazy as hell. Stories so dark, I'll never tell. On the outside, I've got it made. Torture of the soul is the price I've paid. I can't stop thinking of my purpose here. No kids, no husband. It's very clear. I'll be all alone one day. You'll find someone soon, is what they'll say. A tortured soul? Who will want to see inside the fears that haunt? I can't climb out of this trap. I need someone to send a map. Some days I'm good, then it crashes down. Fear so deep, I'm gonna drown. I get no warning, it just comes. Sedatives to make me numb. They never really kill the thoughts. Insane panic like electric shocks. Fear I cannot understand. Relentless fear. I'll be damned. Right now I'm pushing on. I'll keep fighting. I'm not yet done. So many have lost the battle I face. So many couldn't get through this race. Bipolar is my enemy. This fear, these thoughts, he keeps sending me.
That is
Yeah,
wow.
it is.
Wow.
Very powerful.
Absolutely powerful.
Yeah, it definitely is. Quite sad, huh? Oof.
Oh dear.
Heavy stuff. So as a contrast to that one, I think I'll read a piece called Younger Years by Alana Iskrig. Sit and reminisce. Childhood innocence, those days of youth we do so miss. Searching for shapes way up high, in puffs of white, chasing fireflies, a catch and release of giddy delight. Marco versus Polo, none better to rival. Slumber's goodnight kiss, content only in the now, wild, exuberant bliss. Long heady days of summer, tasting honeysuckle off the vine, picking berries of red and blue, grinning smiles stained purple. Finger food feast so fine, hours spent in make-believe. Hidden away clubhouse forts, membership granted to those precious few. Codes and blood oaths, promises on pinkies sworn. Hearts crossed and hope to die, for this unbreakable tie, lifelong bonds are born. Come sit a spell, let us rest our bones, travel backwards through time, our progeny we can regale with every outlandish tall tale, and be children again.
You know, just drop back loads of memories of childhood. They cross my heart and hope to die. Cross your fingers, your toes, yeah.
Pinkies,
Oh, yeah.
Nice, huh?
Absolutely brilliant. Yes.
Yeah, very nice one. Yeah. Special. Oh, we're even getting to chat, John. This is amazing.
I get to hear me twice.
Lucky you. Double trouble, John. Double trouble. Definitely. Okay, so I think now this is my last one, and it's called Night Flower by John Herlihy. Herlihy or Herlihy? Herlihy, I think,
yes.
maybe.
Yes.
Herlihy, unusual name. It's Night Flower. So we'll go out on a nice soft one. Awakening to sunrise with the coming dawn, opening wide their petals like a timid fawn, our summer world dressed in flowers by day, their blooms praise the divinity as they pray. The lowly night flower raises its head at dusk. As night falls, it will awaken to fulfill its trust. Its scent fills the night with rare odours sublime, hints of lilac and jasmine from perfume's mime. Alone among sleeping blossoms, it keeps alive the sense of rare beauty as dark nights thrive. Endowed with the exquisite petals of glowing white, its inner heart of blood orange, an elating sight. Born nightly in a bower from the tree of sorrow, to bathe the night in sad beauty, till the morrow.
absolutely
Gorgeous.
It's amazing how many
Very,
times
very.
we say tomorrow, isn't it? Tomorrow. We expect it to be just there, Christina.
Yeah, we do. And who knows whether it will be.
No, we'll never know because if it's not there, we won't know it's not there.
Yep, there it is. So that's me done. I'm
You did it so
finished.
much. Well done. That was absolutely beautiful. Thanks a million.
You are most welcome.
So did Jennifer.
And I'm glad we had to have a
chance
chat.
We did have a chat this week, yeah.
Yeah, we did. I'm sorry you couldn't get to chat to Jennifer. That was really sad.
I
Yeah.
know, it was absolutely, it was so bad coming back to me. It was unreal. That's, I just took one of the earphones out because it's bang, bang, bang inside your head.
Yeah, I couldn't hear you talking at all when Jennifer was on. It was just a cacophony of tinny sound, you know.
Yeah.
It was terrible.
It was horrid. Absolutely horrid. Well,
Yeah.
I will get it sorted out tomorrow or the next day. Well, I won't get it tomorrow because it's a bank holiday tomorrow. So
Oh, is it in England?
Yeah. It'll be Tuesday
All right,
before
okay.
I get it sorted out. Yeah, but I will get it sorted out.
I've got to take my car in for its MOT tomorrow, so I'm still on school holidays at the moment. So.
Has your car got a Echo as well?
Oh, my car's getting very old now. It just needs a checkup, you know, yearly checkup as it does. We do, you know.
Sorry,
just put bones back together. No, it's just a yearly thing. Every 2 years here, you know, you just have to get it done. So while I'm on school holidays, it's a good opportunity for me to take it in because I don't need it, you know. So
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So you've been a star tonight. Thanks a million.
Thank you, my darling.
I'm glad I had someone to talk to.
Yes, I felt very lonely for you doing all your miming out, but it is hilarious.
This past week, it's absolutely terrible.
But it's very funny when you're doing all your sign language. And,
yeah, the only thing is I don't understand it.
We get what you're saying. We can follow your lip reading and, you know, your fingers. So you're doing a good job. You'd be a great mime artist, darling.
Dear BBC One, I am looking for a job.
Okay, my lovelies, I shall love you and leave you.
Good luck with your MOT.
I will do. Yeah, I will do. And see you next week, hopefully.
Please, God, you will.
Without the echo. We don't want the echo, do we? Only the double giggles, they're all right. Lots of giggles, they're good. But...
I'll bring loads of them next week.
Yeah. You too, my darling. Take care.
See you soon.
Bye, everyone. Have a lovely time. Bye.
Bye. Christine Barker. What can I say? Beautiful reads there tonight. Some absolutely wonderful poems there tonight. To realise you actually wrote poetry. Don't know why. But I love that line, the words that are spoken. Words, we've said this many times, words, when they're spoken, cannot be taken back. And so many people open the cake hole before they bite the cake, and it just comes straight out. So there's no taking it back. And it is so hurtful. It can destroy a life. Absolutely destroy a life. But I just love the depth and the message of the poem. Absolutely wonderful. Thank you, Sus. I was surprised when Nina actually said she had one from you. But, guys, as I said, I can talk to you quite clearly once I'm not attached to anybody. But I will be reading my poetry. It'll be all on my own. I was going to read something with Myrna, but it won't be worth my while because you won't understand a word of it. So let me bring, you're most welcome, Sus. Let me bring Myrna in now. And Myrna can do her ones. And let us see, where is Myrna? And Maxwell, welcome in, mate. Nice to see you there. Alana, hello. All of the echo is gone, but it'll be back now in a second. Myrna's coming on. We'll be back with a vengeance. Told you. It's all the way back. Hello, Myrna. Good evening. And your hair looks beautiful.
Oh, yeah, okay. Go ahead and talk. I want to see if it's going to echo.
It is. It's echoing. It's coming straight back to me.
I know, but I'm not hearing any echo from. Oh, that's right. I'm not going to hear the echo. Okay, got you.
1 second,
Okay.
Miner. 1 second. Jack's at door. New keys. Definitely on Tuesday. I'm in the middle of the show, buddy. Now, Miner, I'm back.
Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and read because that way they
There's
won't
no
be hearing
echo
the
now.
echo.
What's happened now? The echo seems to be gone. Well, it's not as bad.
Okay. Is anybody else hearing the echo?
Well, Sus Handberg ain't hearing the echo.
Jeez, I'm not. I have no
Nor does
explanation.
Maxwell. It took mine at the cure that Chris said. I'm speaking, Dale. I'm speaking.
I wouldn't.
Stop lip reading, Dale. Stop lip reading. No, there's no echo. No echo whatsoever. I'm not getting any feedback off this now at the minute.
Okay.
The other system must have collapsed and died.
I
See,
don't even know.
Jesse can barely hear me at all now.
Oh, really?
I've no idea what's. You see, Diana's even said it. Maxwell has said it. What killed the echo? Diana's just said, "You okay now, John?" There's a little echo to Dwayne, so it seems to be all over the place. But I'll get, like I said, I will get the phone sorted in the next 2 days. Yeah.
Okay. Whatever.
It's coming right through to me again because interaction with the two of us. I'm gonna get you to solve this later on for me. So what's happening is I'm getting an echo on the phone. Yeah. I've got two pieces running at once. I've got two audios running at once. Yeah.
Two audios.
Yeah.
Is it not because the earphones?
No, it's nothing to do with.
Microphone will be picking up.
No, it's nothing to do with this whatsoever. It's to do with the system itself. Yeah. I'll have a look at it later. I'll show you what it is when I go back onto the video. Cheers, buddy. Sorry, guys. Well, he's the guy that sorts out all my technical difficulties and everything else. I'm going to cover this microphone just in case. But then if I cover this, you're not going to hear me at all, are you?
That's right.
Now, can you hear me?
I can.
Excellent. That's what matters.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to go ahead and start.
Okay.
And this is by one of my newbies, Jamie Lee Jones. And I didn't find her. Her husband found me and wanted to wait, no, shut up. And asked me if I could read something of hers, if I thought it was worthy to be on the show. And I'm going, yeah, okay, sure, So yeah, they said they've watched the show before and love it. So he wanted to surprise her by contacting me to see if I would read her work. Is that not awesome?
Nah.
Yeah, shut up.
That is awesome, Miner. That is absolutely awesome.
It is. I mean, I like that. Kind of threw me for a loop. I love it. So thank you.
I'm just looking for someone to pick on tonight because I've been absolutely picked on all night.
Well, thank you, Cameron, for doing that, and thank you, Jamie, for letting me read you. This is by Jamie Lee Jones, and it's called The Beast Within. The beast that lives within him awakens me fiercely. Without the ability to withstand our love's electricity, in his arms I feel his heartbeat racing impatiently. His eyes are the only place that I see eternity. No matter the pain or battles that we face every day, the guiding light of our love will undoubtedly stay. A living, breathing version of my soul's eternal eyes. Through his and my veins, our blood creates a grand design. Unified by a bond that will withstand the sands of time. Never will I let go of the fate that connected your heart with mine. I'm sorry I messed up, but I'm so afraid that it's going to start doing something stupid that
Oh dear, no. No, no. Listen, one stupid person is enough on this show for the night. You know what I mean? I don't need two. Good God Almighty, you're not stupid.
Okay. Okay. Now I have no idea who I'm pulling up next, so we'll see.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I like surprises. Oh, next is the one that you sent me by Joseph Eaton or Etam, I'm not sure how to say it. Vanity World by Joseph Eaton.
Oh, Joseph Eaton, yes.
Okay. Seasons come and gone, years are spent and done, plants blossom and wither, mountains reduced by climate and weather. Thrones are overthrown with time, yesterday's millions, today a dime. Heroes reigned and died, oceans bow for wave and tide. Maidens become desecrated, mighty cities turned desolated, warriors consumed by jaw of mortality. Life is a mixture of dreams and reality. Oop, I overstepped myself. Okay. Hang on. Flesh of emperors mocked by maggots. They suck their carcass like yogurts. Why swell them with pride and forget that life is a ride? Why not leave an imprint on the rock before you leave the stage by a knock?
I think that's from the African continent or so, is it?
I'm not sure, but it could be.
I get the feeling, just listening to the way it's written. I mean, I like, that's what I liked about when I joined Facebook and poetry in Facebook. You got to know the
Mhm.
different type of ways that they write in each country.
Yeah,
In
yeah,
India,
exactly.
Pakistan, Africa, America. There's a certain way, and things they write about is to do it in their lifetime, in what happens in their lives
But I
around them.
had
Yeah.
to learn how to read, and it's not that it's different, but the way you write, like color with the U, I
Yes.
had to really, yes, I had to, I had to do that. I had to learn. I'm like, whoa, well, kids, that's not spelled wrong. Okay, that's the way they spell it. So yeah, there's things that, yeah, you immediately know. Like I know if someone's from Canada because some of them in Canada do write that way, some don't, or the UK or Australia and New Zealand because they will write that way. So it was a learning experience, but it's great. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Yes, absolutely. Nice one,
And the
Joseph.
thing, yeah, and the things they write about because I read a poem once and I'm like going wow because it was about the starvation of children, and I realized that this person was from one of the countries from Africa, that's happening there. Children are literally starving to death because there's nothing, that will yank at your heart.
Oh, big time. Absolutely big time. Yes.
Okay, and the next one is by Chris Peaskin.
Crispy skin. Is it
Yes,
called Dear Sir?
yes, it is.
Is it?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you, Chris. Dear
Nice one,
sir.
Chris.
Dear sir. Oh, come on. My cursor's being stupid. Dear sir, And I gotta say, this one did make me chuckle. Thank you for your recent gift. I'm not sure what it's for. Just a little modification that wasn't there before. I hadn't even noticed it until someone pointed it out. Maybe you can explain to me, what is it all about? I know I didn't order it. It just arrived here unannounced. Just when I wasn't looking, would that be when you pounced? I suppose you think I asked for it. An absurd idea of a joke. Because I seldom turn to you. Well, I'm not that kind of bloke. If you can forward a return note, I can send it back post haste. I really have no use for it. And you know I don't like waste. If we can reach an agreement, the both of us, I'm sure, you'll be laying out the welcome mat when I come knocking at your door. And the reason it gave me a chuckle is like I'm reading it and I'm thinking, I had different interpretations in my head going. And then I read it again and I'm thinking, what if your boss sent you something and then you kind of said that? I wonder if you still have a job. I don't know.
Chris has just wrote there. I wrote this after I was diagnosed with the big C. To be able to write like that after the diagnosis of such
Of the big C?
enormity is absolutely
Okay, now that I know what it is, actually, Chris, that was one of my interpretations. It really was. Because when my sister was diagnosed with breast cancer so many years ago, I actually wrote a poem very similar to that about, look, how can we return this? Because she really doesn't need this. She really doesn't. And it was kind of similar to that. So that's one of the things that I thought of. So thank you, Chris. That really does. Yeah. Now I'm glad I chose it to read.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
So thank you for allowing me, Chris. I hope I did it justice.
It was last year, he said.
I hope I did it justice, Chris.
He stayed with us just to get at me.
Yeah.
And my echo, the two of us.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not saying nothing about your echo.
No.
Okay. This is by Terrence Ledwell, someone I ran across. And yeah, I fell in love with this one too. Lay in silence. Sometimes I lay in silence with my hands across my chest, sinking deep beside it, like a day I'll lay to rest. Staring into eyelids that become an open door that's daring me, provided I let go of life some more. Until there's no more numbing of my body that's turned pale, or nothing else is coming from my lungs as I inhale, much deeper every time I fall within this lucid state, not wanting to come back at all, which makes me hesitate. Sometimes I lay in silence and I gently hold my breath until my heart's so quiet that I'm just that close to death.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Hello, Shannon Sinclair to us. And we have another new lady in tonight, Kay Zumbach. Nice to see you both in, girls. I hope Kay's
Well, that's
well
my last.
anyway.
That's my last one. Except I'm going to leave John. Except because remember that thing I told you that my mind was fuddled.
Oh yeah.
Okay, well, this is right off the top of my head, guys, because I had to write something about it. Okay. Now, now this is not being read. This is my mind going as I'm going to say this. My mind feels so fuddled. Okay, the title of it would be Fuddled or something like that. I don't know. My mind feels so fuddled, tittered, pattered, and puddled. Perhaps I've been too busy, which is okay, except when it makes you dizzy. They say at my age, it's a good thing. Well, I think it's a good thing to sing. But anyway, you know, I really don't want to be lazy, because that too will make me crazy. But I don't really like being fuddled and tittered and pattered and puddled. Perhaps in time, I'll find a fix. Yeah, in a couple of years when I'm 66. Okay, that's it. That's off the top.
Well, Chris, you got it spot on. She's mucking fuddled. Without a shadow of doubt.
What?
She's
what?
mucking fuddled. Mucking fuddled. That's what Chris said. Loved
I'm
it.
mucking fuddled. Oh!
Well, I'm gonna have a mucking fuddled cig.
If you guys only knew. But I couldn't help but do that. So now I'm going to have to remember what I said, because I swear to you, once I remember what I said, or I'm going to have to listen to the show later, I am going to write it and revise it a little bit, and I'm posting that on your page. I swear.
You do that, girl. You just do that. Yes.
No, but I've been busy, and I'm sorry that if I messed up anybody. I've had 3 very busy days. We had women's conference at church, and I was a volunteer. Yes, I got to wear a name tag, so I knew who I was when I was there, because I could look down and went, "Oh, that's me." Okay, but
Myrna,
no,
you must take on board what Robert Woods said earlier on in his comments. Yeah, and that is, we're live. But there's got to be mistakes. I'm going to make them. You're going to make them. Christine will make them. Jennifer will make them. Nina will make them. It happens. It's live. We don't get that great opportunity
sometimes
to
I make
cut.
mistakes. Sometimes I make mistakes because my eyes jump to the next word.
Yes.
So if I go back, then I might repeat something, or I just don't see the word correctly. So yeah. I do apologize, but
Yeah, well, it's going to be happening to me shortly.
And my mind is fuddled.
Is absolutely fuddled.
Yep.
Yeah. Now my mind is fuddled as well.
It's going to get fixed when I'm 64. I should say
66.
Wait, I know. What I wanted to say is, I'm not going to worry about it anymore, because Lord, I am 64. Perhaps it will get fixed in 2 years when I'm 66.
Yeah.
Because you know why? Because I'm not going to care.
No, not at all. Exactly. And you can make sure to put it on the Dave John show then. Yeah, live.
Oh yeah, if I am still thinking, if I'm not too fuddled and muddled and puddled and
none of us will know us. We'll all be fuddled and muddled and puddled and puddled. Yeah.
Except for Nina, she's the young one.
Well, she's in Norway, so she's not going to know either.
Oh God, I love you guys, and thank you for putting me.
Have a lovely week ahead, Myrna. And thanks a million
for
putting the pounds tonight.
It's going to be a quiet week. This was busy. I don't get me wrong. I did enjoy it, but I was gone Thursday night from like 4 o'clock to almost 9. Friday night from again 4 o'clock to almost 10, and then yesterday from 6:30 in the morning until 1 in the afternoon.
Wow.
And yeah. So I've been a busy gal.
Wow.
But it's all good.
Yeah, well, exactly. That's it. So long as you're happy with your
Got to, no,
busyness,
got to
yeah.
hear. And today at my church service, we got to see the little kids. When I say little kids, they're between I think 8 and 12 sing. And a good, I gotta say this: if that doesn't make your day, nothing will. Because
Oh,
there's this one little guy, he always dances when he's singing. And here we are in church, and he's doing this little dance. And I'm telling you, I just love this kid. He is so animated. I'm thinking, and here's the thing, he can sing. I think he's 8 years old.
bless. Oh,
He's
bless.
gonna have one heck of a voice when he gets older. I'm telling you.
Well, you can bring him on with you next time.
He's still gonna move.
Myra, thanks a million for tonight's poetry. And I
Oh,
look
thank you.
so forward to seeing you next week. And hopefully, as I said, once I get this phone sorted out, Jack will either do it or the shop will do it. It'll be one or the other, yeah?
Okay.
Have a
Bye,
great week ahead
everybody. Love you
and see you
guys.
next week. Love you to
Love you.
bits. Mwah. Have a good one, Myra. Bye bye.
You too. Bye bye.
Myra the Free Badger. Wow. 4 beautiful poems there from Myra. Ah, God, I've still got loads to go. Yeah. That's for the wicked. Good God Almighty, I get no rest whatsoever. Now, where am I going? I've got to find the poems now because I've lost them all in all the turmoil. I'm all fuddled. I'm mucking fuddled tonight. I am absolutely fuddled. So here we go. I love that one, Chris. I'm gonna use that one as often as I possibly can. Yeah. Right, guys. Where am I starting tonight? I'm starting with Our Absentees poem, Nina Thilo. And I don't mind reading Nina's ones because they rhyme. And again, we all know I'm a rhymer. Yeah. They're not all rhymes that I've got tonight, by the way. And there are quite a few. And I think there's 10 of them I've got tonight. I think I had 12 actually. Getting greedy now. I'm I really greedy, me. But Christine, Jennifer, and Marna, thank you very much for being with me tonight. You're so patient, you guys. It's unbelievable. So I'm going to start with Sunshine from Raindrops by Nina Thilo. Now, you said I've got to turn this way, sus, isn't it? So you can hear me. So here we go. I'm turning this way. I wish that I could see the pain, the heartache and the tears. I long to know just what to say, to alleviate your fears. I see the weight of worry laying heavy in your eyes. You do not need to speak the words. I've always known the signs. I try to keep your spirit from being crushed by each new blow. But when the darkness steals the light, you don't know where to go. So take my hand and lean on me. Alone you'll never be, as 2 parts of one whole we are. I'm half you, you're half me. I cannot stop you feeling all the hurt that comes your way. But by your side we have battle. We have battle on, and that's where I'll always stay. Some days will bring us raindrops with the darkest clouds above. But I'll try to make it sunshine as I shield you with my love. Oh, that's lovely, Nina. I like that one big time. What you may call it? This one. This is going to ruin your reputation now as being a hard nut, Nina Thilo. This has made you so cuddly and everything else. And the guys are going to be absolutely weak at the knees with that one. Absolutely weak at the knees with that one. Look at the reactions already. What can I say? What can I say? My next one is, I've not read this poet before, by the way. His name is Danny Smith, and he has Stronger Than the Breeze. It has a rhythm to it, I hope I can get it. Stronger Than the Breeze by Danny Smith. I wish I could hold you. I could use that today. You see, I feel alone, and I don't like to feel this way. I wish I could hear your voice. Oh love, I tell you this is true. For nothing else can calm my soul the way your voice can do. I wish I could see your smile, that I could soak all of it in, awaken to it day after day, as my days begin. I wish I could feel your touch, My mind dreams of it each day, the thought of holding you, my love. Oh, mere words cannot say. I wish I could taste your lips, kiss you morning and night. Do this forever, and life is out of sight. I wish you could know what loving you would mean to me, but sometimes even I cannot say how much that'd be. For I love you more than sunshine, deeper than the seas, higher than the mountains, and stronger than the breeze. Whoa. Whoa. If only I had a woman could speak words like that to me, not a man. I'd like a woman to speak words like that to me. Wow. Good God Almighty. Would I be made up or what? I'm sweating now after that one. Now this is a gentleman we found, I think last week or the week before. His name is Tony Ironshield. I love the name actually. Times They Change, this one is called. Are you ready? Times They Change by Tony Ironshield. Times they change never, the truest can see. What live really means to someone like me. It can be a tender touch, a beautiful soft voice, someone who will be there with no other choice. The love which will last through it all, like the seasons, winter, spring, summer and fall. A rush like a cool summer night's breeze, one love so refreshing to put you at ease. Yet surprise you, like a cold gust in winter. The spring's rain, love and all the splinters, bring on the fall and the colouring of the leaves, which leads the way for winter's ice and sleet. I've needs not to hide, for it will always find those in need of company and to remind. We do not need to be alone. There's someone the same, waiting for you. You'll see. Times change. Times do change, and they change so fast. At the best of it, God only knows. But thank you, Tony Ironshield, for your poem. That is a beautiful little piece. Poor Christine has to go back out again and come back in because the comments are messing up everything. Anything you can do, I can do better. I can do anything better than you. Oh, you can't. Yes, you can. Right, The Cottage by Rob Bristol. Oh, did I impress you then, Dave? Go, wow. No problem, mate. I'll sing again for you tomorrow. Here we go. The Cottage by Rob Bristol. Oh, deep in the forest standing alone, there is a cottage built of old stone, covered in ivy, hidden from sight, said to be haunted by demons at night. One evening a maiden with long flowing hair, hazelnut eyes, and beauty so rare, entered the forest in search of a bed, a hostel in which to rest her sweet head. As she went deeper surrounded by trees, an unwelcome sound provoked her unease, the noise of a predator seeking its prey, when darkness replaced the light of a day. Looking around to see what was there, the frightened young maiden with long flowing hair noticed the cottage standing alone, covered in ivy and built of old stone. Driven by terror she made for the door, not knowing that evil was lying in store. She grabbed at the handle which let her inside, attempting to find somewhere safe to hide. Heart-thumping pulse racing, riddled by fear, frozen in fright by sound she could hear, the creaking of floorboards, visions of ghosts, demons which make most unwelcome hosts. Turning in terror at all she could see, the beautiful maiden attempted to flee, but did she survive to see the next day? That is the secret I won't give away. Said to be haunted by demons at night, covered in ivy, hidden from sight, there is a cottage built of old stone, woe betide those who enter alone. I love that one. Absolutely love that one. I love an old story poem. I really love an old story poem. That's a beauty. Rob Bristol, that is an absolute belter. As we would have said years ago in Ireland. It's a cracker. Ah, big time. Yes. I enjoyed that one. Very, very much enjoyed that one. Oh, thank you, Chris. Have a great afternoon, Alexandra. Now we have Dear Dwayne Leon Rankin. And another one coming in with a bit of the horrors in it. The Halloween King by Dwayne Leon Rankin. Excuse me, are we ready? Are we ready? Deep within the forest stood a cabin made of rock and wood, lonely, dark and looking grim, a cabin made by him. Found within its dark, dank walls, a candle burned, sending calls, a trembling flame, a flickering light, calling through the night. Calling all the creatures out, those evil beasts from all about, fearsome, loathsome beasts of prey, looking dark and fey. To him they came, each one a growl, a hiss, a groan, a frightful howl. To him they went to that dark place, a snarl on every face. The king of Halloween was he, standing tall and fierce to see, with piercing eyes that seemed to know, both that seemed to glow. His troops were marshalled all around, by his candle flame now bound. Smiling then he softly growled, as each those beasts they howled. The king in silence then he stood, within that tiny stand of wood, masked and cloaked, his light held high. He gave his dreadful cry. Trick or treat! His cry rang out. Trick or treat! They all gave shout. With him in lead, they all then turned, with lights that brightly burned. Forth they rushed, with sacks in hand. Forth they flowed, all fleeing, feeling grand, with flashlight as their candle flame. Their sweets they went to claim. Be careful if these knock on your door this Halloween, guys. Be very careful. I would give them sticky toffee apples. That keep their gob shut, lockjawed. Yes. Dwayne, thanks a million, buddy. Absolutely fantastic. Love it. Absolutely love it. And my next one breaks up right in the middle of this poetry. And I love it because this one is in from Sheila Webb. And thanks a million, Sheila. You were straight back to me on this one. The Three Little Pigs by Sheila Webb. Here's the story of three little pigs, but a warning, it's not very nice. Each wanted to build their very own house, but by paying a different price. Now, Little Pig was a bit of a Scrooge, and you wouldn't call him poor, but he kept his pennies safer than houses, so his house was made of straw. Big Pig warned him of safety, to upgrade to at least a terracotta, but he didn't want safe, he wanted cheap, to not cost him an arm and a trotter. Middle Pig took all this on board and built a house of sticks, but Big Pig still put his snout in, saying, you need mortar and ready mix. Middle Pig spent all his money on food, and he was getting too fat, but he loved to make a pig of himself, so sadly that was that. Little Pig and Middle Pig told Big Pig enough is enough, and told him in no uncertain terms to get his snout out of the throat. Big Pig told them to keep themselves safe. You never know who's at the door, so a house should be impervious, solid and secure. The house he built was a good strong house, the best house of all three. He was sorry he couldn't change his siblings' minds, but some things aren't meant to be. With the houses built to their own design, from roofs to windows and doors, they settled in for winter, but summer was rubbing his paws. As it just so happened that in their town, the town of Piggy Beware, there prowled a cunning, hungry wolf who loved pork, fresh and rare. He started first at the House of Straw, but his plan had gone awry. As just about to knock on Little Pig's door, a straw poked him in the eye. He stumbled to the next house, the one made out of sticks, but a stick gave him a splinter, and now he was in a fix. With a sore eye and a blood-drenched paw, he approached house number 3, the house that was made of solid bricks, and knocked ferociously. Okay, I'm coming, called Big Pig from inside, and opening the door saw the wolf with his sore paw and sore eye. The poor old wolf looked hungry, so Big Pig gave him a bun, then turned to make him a nice cup of tea. The wolf downed him in one. What a greedy wolf! What a greedy wolf! Man, I mean, you can't even trust the wolf these days. All these creatures are getting bad names. I love that one, Sheila. That's why I asked you for it. Thanks. It was one of my favourite stories as a kid, actually, was the 3 little pigs, and the 3 Billy Goats Glove, and Jack and the Beanstalk, and Rapunzel. Yeah, I did read Rapunzel. So before you say anything, Dale Warren, yeah, I read Rapunzel to myself. The next one is from David Lewis Paget. It's called The Bones of Arbor Low. The mansion known as Arbor Low came to me in a will from someone called Great Uncle George. I'd never met him still. I heard he was so miserly, he'd thrown his sister out and beaten his poor wife. I heard he was truly a lout. He lived alone in that great house long after Rachel died. Would never admit visitors, but hid himself inside. He had one friend, a single friend, who always stuck by him, but disappeared one August night, was never seen again. The house was dark and gloomily lit by candles in each room. It didn't have electric power to lighten up the gloom. The rooms were full of cobwebs, and thick dust was everywhere, and every room smelled fetid. It was hard to breathe in there. I cleaned it up as best I could, used only rooms below. I didn't venture up the stairs. I didn't want to go. It seemed so dark, foreboding that the thing I felt was fright when staring up that darkness pit, the stairway, every night. I wondered about George's friend, the one who's disappeared. Could he have died in this old house? That was the thing I feared. They said he'd come to visit George, this one and only friend. But once that door slammed shut on him, he wasn't seen again. The house was old and worn and sad. At night the stairs would creak. I lay below, stretched on a couch, but often couldn't sleep. A friend of mine who read the cards brought round her crystal ball and said to hold a seance there, one night there in the fall. If there are secrets in this house, the crystal finds them out. The man who disappeared, his name was Hugo. Where? No doubt. She laughed and joked and read the cards, stared at the crystal ball, and called his name right up the stairs. It echoed off the wall. At midnight, she had done her best and said, I'm giving in. The shadows in the crystal ball foretell some deep sin. Then in the darkness came a sound that saw us both undone, for stumbling down the stairway came a rattling skeleton. Yeah, brilliant. Absolutely love it. Absolutely. Poetry tonight is absolutely brilliant. Yes. Really get me in the mood for Halloween. The next one is by Elise Gregory, and it's called Dead. We all do have a good friend that we always love so dear, and if we then just lose him, the feeling is all fear. We know them for so many years and talk so much each day. But then there is that time. There's nothing more to say. You went so unexpectedly. You fell and it stopped your heart. We had been talking back and forth. We had never been apart. I waited, but you didn't come back, and I became concerned until your other friend then called me and told me you had gone home and would never more return. I drove then all those hours to where you lived, that is. I wanted to say my last goodbye and that you would be sorely missed. So now you are gone to heaven, and I know you look out for me. You're always in my prayers, but I know now that you are free. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. That one hurt. That's giving a bit hard. It's nothing like the great loss of a loved one or a close friend. It can really burn, and it can really, really burn. Thank you, Elise, for your poem. Julie Mishler, you're next up on the stand. Here you come to the plate, my dear. Here we go. Julie Mishler, and it's called Myself. I always wanted to make you proud. Shine bright so you could show me off with your head high. Be a priceless accessory. Be a priceless accessory to have on your arm. Blush when you said, that girl is mine. The time is here for me to shine. Yet you are gone to celebrate alone. These tears of joy for a job well done. You will never know. Because you are not here. You walked away without even so much as a goodbye. You could not see the good in me, did not see the potential of all I could be. You saw the broken, tired and battered soul down to the bottom, struggling to get up. You pretended to lift me up, made me feel like I was special when it suited you. Fit into your game, then turned round and stomped me down, leaving me a shell of the woman I once was. I can promise you this. As I spread my wings, set my sights on flying, you crippled me by breaking my wing. You did not kill me. You did not win. I will never give up. You made me fight harder to prove you wrong, to find myself. If I must stand alone, celebrate myself, be proud of myself, pat myself on my own back, then I will. I would rather be alone than with a man who ran away when the going got tough. That's a very strong piece, that is. It's the learning of a lesson indeed, but a very, very, very strong piece. Yes, such pain. There's agony in that one, sus. Absolute agony in that one. Unforgotten You by Kathy Wagner Coates. I have forgotten to forget you. Inconspicuous, infallible remnants of you, stamped like postage within my lucid mind, gerbil in a wheel running circular marathons. No particular departure, no arrival, only a mere countenance of constant movement. An existential reminder of your survival, despite the interference of consequential death. I forget to forget you. The clustering of pure white feathers huddled in a little fist of love. Perhaps your subtle signature upon the woven doormat. Wind chimes creating music within a non-existent breeze. It is with these that I forget to forget you. Icy fingers crawling along the warm skin on my back, landing at the base of my neck, provoking little hairs to stand at attention and salute your reappearance. Yes, yes, yes. I acknowledge your persistence of presence. I shall not remember to forget you, ever. Cathy Wagner Coates, thank you so much for your poem. That brings all my poems to an end. We've had 32 poems tonight, guys. And I'm not going to go before I leave you with a little anecdote. And my little anecdote, I would have complained about the fine that this guy got. I really would have. I mean, really and truly, I would have even complained about the suspended sentence. Listen to this. This is brilliant, this one is. Having destroyed Benin's 26 million four-plane Air Force by hitting a golf ball through the windscreen of Benin 1 and causing it to crash into Benin's 2, 3 and 4 as they were taking off for a demonstration of flying skills intended to impress a Bulgarian Air Force advisory group. Mr. Matthew B. Yawa has been fined £26 and given a 7-day suspended sentence. £26 million worth of aeroplanes and he gets a £26 fine. Somebody wasn't impressed with the outcome of that, I can tell you. I bet it was an insurance job though. I bet it was an insurance job. They got 56 million off the whole lot. Wow. Good God Almighty. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for your company tonight. I have really enjoyed it. Sorry about the sounds again. We will get to work on it. I'll have any engineer that can try and work this out. And I'm sure it's just a simple thing. I just don't know how to do it. I've really enjoyed everybody's company tonight. And I wish us all a great week ahead. And Jennifer, Marna, Christine, you were absolutely fantastic. And I tell you, tonight I enjoyed the spooky stories. And I do enjoy a spooky story. I've got to get back into reading a story during the week for everybody. I've got to get back into my story reading again. I went off the boil there for a long while. But I've got to get back into it again. Guys, have an absolutely brilliant night. Have a wonderful week ahead. Be safe. And I look so forward to seeing you all here again next week. Diane Borges, thanks a million. You really make my night, you do with your comments. I'm delighted you're in again tonight. And I'll see you next week, Diane. Have a lovely week ahead. Sus, thanks a million, Sus. That really, wow. I know the silence and all that stuff. But listen, you don't know how lucky you are I get to stop talking for a while. Really and truly. Even I get a headache listening to me talking. But listen, guys, have a wonderful time. Good night, God bless. Be safe. Take care. Love yous to bits. Good night, everybody. Bye-bye.